Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to address you at the opening ceremony of this important meeting, and I thank the conference organizers for the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of the Secretariat of the Convention on Biological Diversity. Ladies and gentlemen, the Convention on Biological Diversity sets three main objectives: the conservation of biodiversity, the sustainable use of its components, and the fair and equitable sharing of the benefits arising out of the use of genetic resources. The Strategic Plan for Biodiversity for 2011 to 2020 and the 20 Aichi biodiversity targets agreed in Nagoya, Japan in 2010 set out an ambitious but achievable agenda to, and I'm quoting from the plan, quote, take effective and urgent action to halt the loss of biodiversity, end of quote. Aichi Biodiversity Target 11, that many of you will already be aware of, is a commitment that by 2020, 17% of terrestrial and 10% of marine area will be protected through parks, indigenous and community conserved areas, and private protected areas, among other effective measures. But the target is not only concerned with putting protected areas on the map. It calls for their equitable and effective management, sustainable financing, participation of indigenous and local communities in planning and ensuring the most important places are protected. As I said, it is ambitious but achievable. The CBD has always had a strong focus on protected areas. As much as conservation efforts historically by governments and civil society has taken place in protected areas. The CBD Program of Work on Protected Areas, or POPA, adopted in 2004 in Malaysia, has been very important in advancing the protected areas agenda, including social considerations such as governance, equity, participation, and sharing of benefits. Among other accomplishments, the POPA has brought greater recognition to indigenous and community conserved areas around the world. Some countries now recognize indigenous and community conserved areas as types of protected areas and the rights of indigenous and local communities to govern and manage those areas. Given that the strategic plan is an integrated framework, many other Aichi targets are also relevant for this conference, particularly Target 14 on safeguarding ecosystem services for human well-being, Target 15 on ecosystem restoration and resilience for climate change mitigation and adaptation, Target 12 on preventing species extinctions, and Target 18 on traditional knowledge, innovations, and practice. In this context, I want to congratulate you on the commitment to date towards protecting the heart of Borneo. I support your vision that protected areas are not islands of biodiversity in a developed world, but rather as space that integrate and are well connected into the surrounding landscape and seascape. To improve on current efforts will require working with people in different sectors, indigenous and local communities, government departments such as ministries working on climate change issues, agriculture and forestry, and also with business who can not only minimize their impact on biodiversity, but can also work for the environment through their actions. For this reason, I welcome Forever Sabah as a multi-stakeholder endeavor to transition Sabah to a diversified and equitable green economy. It represents a meaningful partnership between the Sabah government, the private sector, scientists, civil society, indigenous and local communities towards achieving the Aichi biodiversity targets. I look forward to being updated on your progress in integrating conventional approaches to biodiversity conservation with innovative and enterprising solutions. The lessons from Forever Sabah will be regionally and internationally relevant, and I wish you well with your next steps. Ladies and gentlemen, in this context, I offer the full support of the CBD Secretariat to assist you in your efforts. There are a few CBD initiatives I wish to mention. First, through the CBD Biodiversity Champions Initiative, we offer a platform to profile advances in the implementation of the Aichi biodiversity targets as a way to track commitments, attract further financial support, and to encourage other parties to do more. Second, the CBD LifeWeb initiative facilitates financing through the LifeWeb Clearinghouse and through organization of donor roundtables. Currently, in the region, we are actively working to support, among others, a regional project on integrated coastal management with the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity and PMCIA, the Intergovernmental Program on Partnerships in Environmental Management for the Seas of East Asia. Third, I look forward to meeting those of you attending the 12th Conference of the Parties to be held in early October 2014 in the Republic of Korea to further discuss the Heart of Borneo strategic plan and Forever Sabah. I urge you to